while we all wait for that early access to start, it looks like Fateless going to keep on giving us some juiciness even before Christmas, because if you don't know, the good old channel did upload yesterday my top 30 heroes from Simon himself, Hell Hades, telling us some juicy new heroes, because I did start to watch this on my phone, and as soon as I saw one hero, I was like, hold up, I have to do this properly on video, like always, right? So what we're going to do, as always, we're going to react to all 30 heroes. I'm going to give you, hopefully, my opinion on maybe some of the alpha heroes and see how much they have changed and how good they were in Alpha 2, just to kind of refresh everyone's on their old kits. And let's see what new stuff we've got. So if you enjoy this type of content, smash like, comment, and subscribe, guys. MrSneakyy, we do cover Godforge content here on MrSneakyy Plays. And again, if you want to join maybe a Pantheon for Godforge in early access, check in the link description down below yet again for the CHB, the Camp Half-Blood Pantheon, which I'm even a part of. So with that, let's get in to the fun stuff. Let's see what Fateless has got us for today.
Hey guys, this is Simon from Fateless. Today I just wanted to do a really cool video where I just go through some of my favorite heroes that we produced.
Super excited.
I thought to myself, why don't I do like a top 10? That'd be quite cool. But then when I started to go through, I was like, damn, it's got to be a top 20. And eventually it's become a top 30 because there's just too many ones which I really, really love.
Love it.
In fact, in my list, I've got 3 uncommons.
I'm just saying, why not go for 50? I'm just saying.
5 rares, 10 epics, and 12 legendaries. Just going on.
Ooh, nice variety we've got.
And feel of these heroes in the game. So yeah, bit of a fun one today, just to kind of see us through. Actually, Dan, Sham, and I are going to be in Barcelona next week.
Ooh, interesting.
Barcelona. We're doing an event, so it's called Unite. It's like a Unity event, so we're going to be there speaking and talking about our project and how you great people, the community, have kind of like followed us through this journey. So,
yeah, I've been following over a year and a half. It's crazy. Way, 1 year and a half.
YouTube channel, please do. We're so
wild.
100,000 subs. It'd be great to get it this year. So let's start then. My first one on the list, and I don't know if too many people have seen.
And this is where, hold up. See, this is where I had to pause and stop, because this is a brand new hero we've never seen before. And the Terracotta Warrior, before he gives him some insight on there, I love it already, right? And I don't know if you guys noticed it. I did comment on this straight away, and I obviously had to mention it. But that belt, bro, that gives me the biggest Mortal Kombat vibes in my life. And I love it, though. I love the little, if that is maybe whoever designed it had a little bit of, oh, do you know what? I like that dragon, how they do that. Do you know what? 10 out of 10. Absolutely love this hero. Looks really cool. He's a brawler, which is going to be interesting. And in the, from what the affinity was for the, is it strength, this one, and order. So being a brawler is going to be scaling most of his abilities with HP. Just remember that. So we don't know what he's going to have, unless Simon is going to be juicy enough and tell us. Hopefully. I don't know.
And vibe of this hero, I love. So if you don't know, you've got like the Terracotta Army, fabled actually as a kind of like army of unknown heroes that were kind of like carved in terracotta, obviously. I just feel like the whole vibe around.
It's really good.
Considering it's an uncommon, I actually just love it. Like I think.
Do you know what's really good too? Hopefully he mentions this. Is like. Whoever designed it, the skin. The skin's made purposely really pale to, I honestly do think, to try and represent that kind of like, when you watch movies with some of these terracotta warriors that you see, they're like almost like stone as well as like clay kind of figures in the terracotta armors and stuff. So it's really cool how they're doing that. With just a skin tone, and it's just a little more paler and a bit more dirtier than you know, all the clean heroes and legends and gods that we've got so far. And you can even see it on like the armor, like especially if you just kind of take note of this little chest piece here, like you can see the blemish in the armor, like he's taken some sort of mace hit or a hammer to the chest, and guess what? The Terracotta Warrior is still trucking on. So absolutely love the detail. And again, uncommon hero, as Simon said. Wild.
Named warriors in the kind of like group in that terracotta army, we definitely would have done like a named version of this guy and had him a higher rarity, because
yeah, if they do that in the future, that'd be really cool.
Very different sort of vibes to what you
like imagine like the future terracotta, instead of warrior, it's like warlord, and like the belt here is like similar, but it's like glowing with like molten creases inside, and it's like you can see almost maybe part of the energy from the Aether well like breaking out of the armor or something, so you can see like it's absorbed more power than it should have for maybe the story or something in Godforge. That would be really cool if they go for like stuff like that. I'm gonna be honest.
Really like him. Another one which I'm talking about here.
Hey, throwback.
It's actually one of our earlier models, but I just think they would like.
Yeah, I'm gonna kind of mute Simon, and I'm gonna talk while he kind of shows off this beautiful model, and I will keep going backwards and forwards on it. Nerubian Warrior, though, we did get to play with this in alpha, and honestly, what a crazy fun hero. He was one of the actual uncommons that you could build in the game and do some really stupid damage. I'll be honest, you could do some really funny stuff. I know Ragewood did some really funky builds with him. So it's really nice to actually see the difference in this model. This model looks a lot better compared to alpha, and if you guys check out any of my alpha gameplay, you will see this hero get pulled and what he looks like. And as many of the other content creators have said, like because of the lighting and even the skybox, and like I said, the whole atmosphere now in the game coming to life, these characters don't look as plain, they don't just look flat, as a lot of people have said, which was very fair, because obviously in alpha it wasn't polished, right? Which is one thing we had to keep mentioning to everyone. So to see polished Nerubian Archer here is just wow. And yeah, this little, you can really see the attention to detail on the tattooing on this pecs now, and as it's even coming down onto those ripped packs. Jesus, I wish one day. Crazy. What a hero. Good little uncommon. Ooh, a new one. Eagle Archer. Let's see what he says about Eagle Archer.
The sort of general vibe of this guy is great. I love the sort of feathered tunic or top. Yeah, again, very unique bow. Just looks really good.
Ooh, I like the bow. Yeah, that bow is quite cool. Going back to this one, and we're going to go frame by frame again as he kind of like shows him off here. I like it's interesting. Let me just say that it's interesting. You can definitely see they're going obviously Eagle Archer, obviously the helmet, really emphasizing that. Obviously using even the common like feathers on the wristbands. I do like the design. It's nothing too flashy. It's cool. I'll be honest, it's cool. I wonder what his kit is. He's a Slayer. He's a Slayer. So it's going to be interesting. And he's cunning for those guys that are looking up there for most of the symbols. He's got a decent crit damage too, 50% here, and crit rate at 10%. So maybe he's another secret little uncommon that can hit pretty hard out there.
Yeah, again, very unique.
I like the bow. Yeah, that bow's cool.
Sweet. Loads of work actually done on this bow. Look at the design.
Yeah, it's really unique, that actually, now he's mentioning it. Like, look how if we kind of pull it back a bit, just in a couple of frames there, so we can get that side view. There we go. Like, this is the handle. It's almost like, you know, if you think about it, it's like a scimitar, right? And then this is like some extra hilt, but this is all wood, right, for the bow. And the fact that this comes up and there's a little ring here, and you can see the back string comes here, so your back string comes through, goes through this loop, or I don't know what this could be. It looks like it's a tensioning ring or some sort. And then look, or maybe that's actually where the arrows go. So that's where he pulls and lets go. That could be actually really. Maybe he does it in the idle animation. I don't know. Oh, it is. That is definitely it. So that's where your fingers go, and the arrow. Oh, that is actually, yeah, that's a really cool design. I like that.
Up to my 5 rares. What's his name here? I can't say his name. The Jaguar Warrior.
Tizzle Kakatzin. I'll try. Yeah, he looks pretty cool. He's a disruptor. Disruptor strength.
Fantastic work. in terms of the weapon and the shield. The guy looks absolutely ripped. I really love this kind of like headdress.
I do like whoever is obviously doing these designs. I will say for especially like the Mayan stuff, they're doing a really good job, yeah, on these face masks. Like this is kind of what you know them for, I would say, like having these different, really detailed panther animal, you know, like masks on. There's a variety they use, don't get me wrong, because of the different gods they worshipped and stuff, but I like whoever does this because the cat-like ones seem really insane in detail. And who knows, we might see some better ones later down the road that just puts this one to shame. But you gotta think, for a rare hero, he's not too bad. But I do wonder what he does. Disruptor with strength, chaos on his alignment. So he could be someone, and you got to think a lot of the other guys we had applied bleed. Maybe he could do some sort of like stun. Who knows? Who knows? Let me know in the comment section down below who you think his skill is going to be. I think that would be a really interesting one for everyone to go on.
Tisla Katzin is what we're going for.
Titzel Katzin. There we go. He said it.
In terms of the weapon and the shield. The guy looks absolutely ripped.
Mm-hmm.
I really love this kind of like headdress. Again, yeah, just generally like really,
he's ripped.
Really good vibes.
He's ripped.
From this guy.
I wish.
Few heroes that does not yet have a portrait. The Striga. So if
yeah, she's really good. I know I said this last time. I'm gonna mention it this time again. If if you missed the last video, check it out. Whoever does these feathers is insanely talented. Like even these ones are just so goddamn good. That feather texture is so nice and simple. I like that one. I like it a lot. Ooh, did you see that? So is this going to be full? Is this going to be silver? Because if you watch how that turns there, hold up.
Just works. So I think she is looking really. This whole.
Let's go back.
Few episodes, but it's one of like the main enemies. I think maybe like in the first series or the first few episodes, but I just think she is looking badass. She actually got a rarity upgrade because she looks so.
There. So let's do this properly. Look, watch how shiny these wings go and how reflect. Look at that. Oh my god. So the light's bouncing and it's shining off. Is this meant to be silver? Like, is this meant to be like a metal bit of like wing? Because if that is so well done. Holy cow. Yeah. I have to give praise to whoever does the wing designs, man. The wings on all the heroes so far have been so goddamn good. She looks really cool though. Just before we go into the next hero, she's a brawler, so maybe it is silver. I don't want to look up at her lore, but she is brawler. She's cunning, chaos as well. So definitely going to be scaling with that HP. So as we all know, with all the other heroes so far, so going to be interesting to see what she brings to the squad compared to the other brawlers in the rare category. Ooh.
Actually in Asgard's a little bit dark right now, but Ceres
no idle information. Oh, it's okay, girl. Yeah, we like her too. Let's go through frame by frame. Let's really appreciate her. So for that, I just noticed that the ice. I'm sure it's ice. The ice in the hair is really cool. And then when you go down into obviously the traditional Asgardian look, fitting it 10 out of 10. And you gotta think this is a rare hero. Even like the hands, oh my god. It's like the more you look, the more that just starts to appear. It's like, where else can you see? Like even down on the floor, even her boots. I wonder what is she wearing, Crocs? Who knows? She might have got them in speed mode.
You can just see on her hands. It's kind of like
nope, she's barefoot. She's barefoot. He revealed. Hey. But yeah, no, I actually really like to see her design. She looks really good. Really intrigued to see what they do. I wish Simon just clicked on one of the abilities. Please.
Really.
But she is, before we go on, a Slayer. Wisdom as well with order. So for anyone who's like kind of keeping track for the heroes, that is the kind of class she is. So it's going to be nice. Crit damage 60% compared to the other brawlers and stuff being only a 50%. So we might need to keep an eye on that, because if that is the case, we need to find and see if he clicks on another Slayer at the rare difficult, rare class, and if it's lower than his 60, well, I'm just going to be honest, it gives me a little inclination that the Seeress might be wanting some sort of crit-based abilities if she's got a higher crit, damage base multiplier than someone else in the same Slayer field as a rare. So let's keep an eye on that as we go through. But really good design. I even like the little Asgard symbol on her forehead there. Love it. Slap it on there. Represent.
And then another one which was probably like the rare of the
his waifu. He had to, man. He had to show her. She's just too good. Scotty. If you didn't know about Scotty in Alpha, and if you didn't play with Scotty in Alpha, anyone and everyone will tell you who played with her, she is just the all-star of almost Alpha. She was a rare hero, the queen of CC. She could just keep people locked down. She bought you those turns that you needed. She was so consistent. She was a rare hero, and she looked amazing too. And just to see her kind of in this final form,
I think she's
really nice.
One of the best faces in the game. Like she's
much better.
Did the modeling here.
The queen deserves the best model. I'm just saying, she does.
And then we've got one more rare,
ooh,
which again was part of the alpha, but
do we talk about Bork? Because this hero in Alpha Wave 1 and 2 was select on. And soon as Dagonet's imprint disappeared, Bork's imprint became world class. People just realized how just strong it was to attack out of turn when you could. But oh my god, that Bork compared to this Bork, the antlers are infinitely better. I don't know if you guys remember how the old ones look, but Jesus Christ, compared to the new one, hell yeah.
I just love the vibe of Bork.
The cool thing with Bork too, for those guys, while we kind of have him in the background, he was a brawler too, so he was just a really good unit overall. That you could just slap in your team. You could get through quite a lot, and then when he did his job, as some people might say, he was able to kind of then like be used as this imprint and keep pushing your main, maybe powerful team with epics and legendary heroes that you've got over the rares. Even further, which is just kind of what you want. You don't want like a hero in Godforge that you can't use, and then once you've got some sort of power creep, like that's it. They're just kind of thrown it into the trash. It's nice to think that Bork here you can use, it can get you through content, and when you do get that replacement, Bork's passive on them can just change how strong your formation is. Just honestly, it's such a powerful trigger to allow certain heroes to counterattack and just allow potentially to kill someone out of their turn, get a despair lock if you're an Anubis, for an example, or just try and just straight up kill them with a Zeus counterattack and take an extra turn because you've killed someone. It is endless, the possibilities Bork provided. So that was just kind of the taste. I'm glad he brought the man himself. And honestly, what an upgrade this little bear has done. Honestly, this little shadow beast. I won't call him a bear, but he's a bear. He's a good little yogi bear in my eyes.
Epics. First one actually is right in the mix.
Yes, we saw this before.
On the list here.
Oh, I love it.
Expitotech, I think it is.
Expitotech, yeah. What a really cool design hero.
Just so good. This is Nico's work.
Nico, bro, you need to ask for a pay rise. I'm just saying. Hades is probably watching this in bed again, like, no, don't say that. Honestly, what a job you have done here, buddy. Like, you can see what's really good is actually just stopping on this frame and just taking just a chunk of the overall, because as soon as we press play, you get to see this everywhere then, right? He's done such a good job of really making this, like, gold feel, like, metallic and gold and shiny, and it's got kind of the spotlight, but how this green... I don't want to call it leather because it's not. It's almost like a stone, but it doesn't even feel like a stone or like a jib. You get what I'm saying? Like it's completely a different texture, and they clash, but perfectly. Like they had in their designs, from obviously research that you could do in like the Mayan law. And when you press play, look how it just goes everywhere. Like he's hit it everywhere at every angle. He looks crazy cool.
So damn good. Look at the work.
Look at yeah, even the legs. I didn't even realize it until his mouse was there and caught my attention. Like, why is he's got veins? You can see the war scars. Wow.
Very, very cool. We're all going to be getting to face this dude in the release.
That is sick. And he's a Slayer too. So just to kind of finish off like we've done so far, he's a Slayer and he's in the Strength affinity with the Chaos alignment there. So interesting. He does have 60% as well on his crit damage, but he's epic. So I do wonder, again, about earlier on with the Cirrus, if she is going to have some sort of ability to do with crit damage or not. It's going to be interesting. Maybe it was just something grabbing at straws, but we didn't get to find another one, so we have to keep an eye out on that.
So he's in the mix. I've also got one of the Cyclopses here. This one is Polyphemus.
Right. First impressions, this is. That eye is terrifying. I'm just saying, I'm going to zoom in onto this eye and look into it. Look deep and hard. Because, oh my God. It looks like a real eye. And I understand it's the Cyclops. And I understand this is kind of the I would say, the spotlight of the show. But that is terrifying how good that eye is. Oh, it's giving me goosebumps. I don't know what it is. That is a really cool design, though. So coming back from there, so let's do this frame by frame, because I really do like to see stuff frame by frame. When we look at like the belt, really good design on the leather. Really nice little Olympian belt on there. You got a little Olympian buckle too. That's holding up the good old cape. So you definitely know where he's representing. So I love to see that. Even this little almost like molten stone or earth rock. That's kind of like some sort of, if you want to call it, this Cyclops curse starting to take him over. And that's why they got some bandages on. And he's got more of a, maybe a powerful, more worse version of it on this side. Who knows, right? The story. Ooh, I'm already going down the rabbit hole. Stop. But yeah, really cool design on the Cyclops. It's just that eye. I can't get over the eye. I'm sorry. What does Simon say about it?
Release. So he's in the mix. I've also got one of the Cyclopses here. This one is Polyphemus.
No, man, I can't. Ugh, the eye. It's literally causing my skin to get goosebumps. I don't know what it is. I don't have problems with eyes, but that one I've got an issue with.
Giant style dudes, and Cyclops hits that really, really well. Looks kind of regal. I was actually just rewatching Game of Thrones with Lady H at the moment, and yeah, you know when the giants come in and they sort of feel just like scary to face, basically. I feel like we get that same vibe here with Polyphemus.
Nice, terrifying. That eye, I can't. That eye's horrible. Absolutely horrible. So, we're going to get Gog Magog. We've seen him before on the channel. Just before we go back, let me just see. Polyphemus is a brawler, and he's gonna be strength with the good old chaos. So it's gonna be interesting. I kind of expected that. If not, I expected him to be a tank. You know, so it does fit the theme of the god. Overall, really cool design. I just can't. I have to get past the eye. I'm sorry. I can't keep an eye out on it. You know.
I've also got another giant in the mix who is Gogmagog.
Yeah, this guy looks cool.
Awesome here from the Avalon faction.
Yeah, I'm just gonna be honest. I think this is actually one of my favorite designed epics. I'm gonna be real. He just looks so goddamn cool, man. Like, he really does look like this moss giant. You know what I mean? Like, you want to think of a moss giant or some sort of jolly green giant in the forest, bro, in some really mythical, you know, fantasy. This is exactly what I'm expecting. It is so goddamn good, whoever. Oh no! I went too far! Oh, that was a jump scare. Don't do that again. No. Oh god, we gotta go forwards. We gotta go forwards. Oh, that was horrible. Oh god, I wonder who else just got a jump scare from that, man. Oh my god. Right, Gogmagog, save me. So coming back to it, what I really do like as well is this. Look at the branches, like the roots coming out of his arm. Like they're literally like growing out of him. Like they don't feel like it's some sort of like, you know, tree garment of some sort. Like this really feels like the root is coming out of him. So really love this design. I love the bells too. I'm guessing this is to do with Gogmagog's lore, as well as obviously the big tablet that you're going to see on the back of him. That is to do with the lore of this giant, and the horn. I wonder what this horn's to do with him. Personally, I don't know about the horn, but you got to think, as a whole piece, it all grabs your attention. And even this, I didn't even realize this. There's like this little... What is that? It's like this little stone tablet on the side too. Like, there's so much little mini details. Oh, there it is. Look, it goes all the way down. Oh my god. Didn't even realize that. It's like just tucked away until you see a different angle of him. Oh, there's so much work put into him. Even the rope design's really nice, like, which sounds stupid, but like you can see sometimes where rope looks more like steel wire, and you kind of there like, you know, it's hard to try and make rope look like, you know, fibers, not steel, right? It's hard to explain. I know I think like Hades are the guys understand what I'm saying when I'm saying that, but I love it. Really love it. He's one of my favorite heroes, actually, and he's not even over exaggerant either. Like, he's not like super crazy. Like, he's actually a really simple design, but then there's all these little highlights that really do give him that a bit of flair because of, like I said, these roots that are coming out of him. Like, yeah, no, I really like Gogmagog. I hope I pull him. I hope I pull him. He looks really good, and I can't wait for it to be fully kind of polished, because obviously, as you guys can see, there's going to be clippings in the models still. There's going to be that final polish still to be done, so don't worry, that's not going to be in the game when obviously you start to play it for the first time properly, so don't worry. So looking great, absolutely love it.
We don't know why yet, but yeah, looking really, really cool. The next one to call out would be Sun Tzu, who's like the, I guess, the strategic or strategist, I should say.
He's the mad strategist. I'm kind of upset. He's the man who wrote The Art of War, Hades. Come on, dude. Come on. Oh, I'm joking. It's just because Sun Tzu, especially many people from my main channel might be watching this laughing as well. Like, Sun Tzu is in Age of Empires Mobile, he's in Rise of Kingdoms. He's played in all the games that we love. And honestly, like, I don't know what it is about Sun Tzu, but he just holds just such a good story, such a good lore, and like the fact that he wrote something so just like wise, right? And just so interesting. It's so clever. Like, it's mesmerizing. So he is the master strategist. He is the master art of war, right? I love him. Sun Tzu, what a guy.
War generals from
What is interesting, though, I will say that I've noticed, which is maybe a little bit striking on my end, but in this game, and I might be able to, if I remember, to put up a comparison right over the top afterwards, but in this game, Sun Tzu's in a red garment, and I know that might not mean too much, but I'm pretty certain during that era, the colors of the garments actually meant stuff. I don't know if it meant what palace and what dynasty he was a part of, but I'm pretty certain it is a different coloring. And most of the time I see Sun Tzu, he does have the white, but he normally wears blue. He normally wears white and blue with the golden trim still, or silver trim. So it's interesting that they've gone down this, I would consider the red garment route, similar to like you might see on like Mulan, because Mulan would be wearing red on her traditionally, for example. So I wonder what made that decision. That might be a very clever decision. And as you guys can have seen, side by side there, in comparison to like Sun Tzu in Age of Empires Mobile, like the difference, and even in other games, you can check it out. So really interesting. I would love to pick the brain of who pick those decisions on that one.
He's one of the best known war generals from history.
Yeah, he's so good.
Again, like a very different vibe. I really enjoy the sort of the change up in terms of like how he feels.
So before we move on and let Saib and go to the next hero, I just realized he's an invoker. So that's going to be interesting. That means he's a support, invoker, cunning, and order. So this might be one of the heroes that I will say right now we need to keep an eye out on, because what we noticed, especially when we played Alpha, is the fact that yes, you need your DPS, and yes, you need some sort of brawler or tank maybe to get through there, but running an invoker and a disruptor, or two invokers or two disruptors, was really key to get through some of the harder stages in the game, because you had to be able to out heal the damage or out shield the damage, debuff cleanse, put certain debuffs onto enemies. You had to either, for example, like confuse them through obviously the disruption. So it's going to be interesting, I think, to see what Sun Tzu actually holds as a hero kit. So keep an eye on him, and when we get our hands on him, let's see how good this hero is, because I'm going to expect, as an invoker, many people, including myself, are going to have high expectations for him to do something very powerful for your team, because you need that in the formation, no matter what you're rolling in the content. So I'm looking forward to seeing that. Ooh, a bit boober. A little bit boober. Don't wanna stare too hard. But Mistress of Seduction, I can see why. She is a disruptor wisdom hero, and let's just have a little look-sees at her before he maybe clicks on the next hero, which I'm kind of scared of. Very, I wouldn't say it is kind of Arabian vibe. It gives me Aladdin vibes. Is that the right way of putting it? Do you guys get what I'm saying? Especially with the way this whole color scheme is, it's definitely giving me the Arabian vibes from that. So I do like it. I do like the design. She's disruptor though, which is kind of scary, because disruptors can do some really crazy things. Since she is a mistress of seduction, maybe I'm just throwing it out there, just like Odin does as a disruptor too. Maybe she's a charmer. Maybe she actually applies charm, and she has some sort of benefit for hitting targets under charm, because normally the charm target deals 0 damage to the person who charmed them. So what if she gets something extra where she gets even more damage to a charmed unit? That could be very interesting, right? To kill them as the mistress of seduction. Who knows, right? So Naya, I think he said, really cool, a really cool hero design there. Oh yeah, she does look really good.
This is one who just looks so good.
It's Nesquik. I'm joking. It's not Nesquik. It's not some chocolate milk, but yes, we saw this last time. Holy smokes, what a really cool epic hero. Slayer and Eternal, which is going to be big because, as you guys know, normally these Eternal heroes are going to be a lot harder typically to obtain compared to a strength, wisdom, or cunning based alignment hero, right? Because they are kind of like the, jack of all trades. They have no bad matchups. They have basically the same kind of neutral outcome to all threes, which is quite interesting. But being a Slayer is scary. And the fact that she's got this henge ass sword, oh boy. Like, let me just frame by frame, because I'm bet, yeah, he's going to go fast as hell. Look how big this sword is. Whoever's been playing Demon Slayer definitely got some really good inspiration from it, because I am telling you, I love the fact that the design team is going through history, checking out what obviously historical weapons they had, checking out obviously like movies, series, games, traditional, kind of like literature, art. They're going through all these different avenues to really research on what heroes could potentially look like and gods could potentially look like, and they do go really badass at times. I must admit, honestly, MrSneakyy for me, oh my god, she has one of, if not the best weapons in the game.
The weapon is absolutely,
like, even I know, like, this might sound stupid, but I know a lot of people would like this design too. I bet you if I showed this to like my little daughter, she would go crazy because of those pigtails. Like, she would go absolutely nuts, and she would love somehow to get that going. I'm telling you, it looks so sweet. So I can imagine, I'm not trying to be that guy, but I can imagine, like, if you are like more of a female gamer, I bet you this one does appeal to you a lot more, because it does look really good as a a model. Like, I'm gonna be honest, like, look how good she is. She might be my second favorite. Maybe she's overtaken. No, she can't take Gogmagog. Gogmagog's just too good and so simple. But she is too. That's what's crazy. Like, she's not overcomplicated in design, especially when you look at like her head here, like this headrest with the skulls. Like, it's very subtle details that are all adding up, right? It's all adding up. Like, look at that. Oh my god. Yeah, she's so good. She looks amazing. She looks amazing. I'm sorry, I know I'm pausing a lot, but this is what we do on this channel. If you guys don't like it, you can check it out somewhere else. But I really do like taking my time and just taking frames by frame, and the lighting on her too. Like,
and she's doing some weird.
Look how good that lighting is. I know there's a little bit of movement on screen, but at least they covered it up pretty well. But for us guys out there, people, keep a check out. We've got to keep an eye out. But she is looking fantastic. I love this design. Really good, cool design. Even the clothing, how this is kind of like these drapes, right? The draped kind of like like, I wouldn't say skirt, I wouldn't say like dress. I'm sorry for all the females I'm probably offending, who was probably writing in the comments. It's actually one of these. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, I'm a man. Everything got pants to me. I'm sorry.
Leg kick thing. We don't worry about that. This is more about a visual.
Yeah, she looks really good.
I've also got one of the.
Ooh. Ooh, we got a different serpent dragon here, and I like this one a lot more than the other one. Oh, yeah, no, I think this is my favorite one. Oh, he's just maybe taking the spot. Why do I like him so much? It's because of these, honestly, these accents they've got. These, like, really dramatic, like, icy accents. Like, it sounds stupid, but to me, I get kind of like a realistic anime vibe. Like, this is kind of what you see in anime games. Like, this really dramatic, like, over, on the icicles of these dragons. And especially because of him being Japanese, because it's in I think that's the Kojiki faction. Like, look how good and that front face looks like. Wow. The Sea Serpent, love him. Absolutely. He's a tank as well, Eternal unit. So, and he's epic. This is an epic hero.
Serpent Dragons here.
No.
So he's kind of based
He
on
looks so good. How is he an epic dragon?
The sort of little additions they've put on here.
Maybe because he's only a Sea Serpent.
So well with this new...
But he looks so good. Oh my lord. I want to know what his skills is. He's got to freeze people of some sort.
As well. If you didn't see the video I put out on my Hell Hades channel, I talked about a bunch of stuff, but you can just see...
Bro, that looks so good. Like, I can't fathom into words. I can't actually, like, conjure up the words to describe how much... This is my number one hero in the game so far. He could be terrible. I don't care. He looks so goddamn good compared to everything else. Like, oh my god, look at the shine. Look at the shine on the muscles. Like, you can literally see the muscle difference of the... Because I used to have... It sounds bad, but I used to have a big old python, a big old snake. Good old Jake the snake. And the thing is, like, when you have an actual snake, you know how the muscles are. They're not really round. Like, they do have this kind of, like, ribbon kind of bit to them. And you can really feel the muscle. It's crazy, the strength of it. And what really honestly just caught my eye is how that little bit of light, so we've got to think the light's coming from this top corner here, smashing down onto it. But the muscle of the sea serpent here is just really dramatic to show how defined it is. I think that's sick. I'm sorry. I didn't even realize. I'm catching this as I keep going. Like, this is definitely number one.
Gone into this.
Number one.
Sort of cherry blossom trees and... Oh, man, it's just so good, actually. Really, really good work.
Number one. Ryujin, I'm sorry, you are my favorite hero by far I have seen so far. I cannot wait to unlock you. You're going to be in my team 24/7. He's a tank and eternal unit, which is going to be crazy. Cannot wait to try this guy out. Hopefully he's got some badass kind of abilities. I'm expecting him to do some sort of freezing or some sort of slowdowns of some sort. He's a sea serpent, it's water, it kind of makes sense on paper, and that's just obviously just looking at the hero. But what a good... Oh, yes. Number one. I'm sorry, Gog Magog, Ryujin took over everything. They smashed it out of the ballpark, whoever modeled this. Jesus Christ.
We've got Axolotl here.
I like Axolotl.
Early hero in terms of concept, but
so we've seen Axolotl before. We have seen him in the content creator embargo leaks in the past too, and I did kind of like a big roundup of heroes that we'd known and stuff too, which is kind of cool. Really like design, simple, but really is what you were. Gives you the Wolverine vibes, you know.
Like talons and then these kind of like forearm guards, and
yeah,
work on the face is...
He looks so good. The crazy thing is, which is kind of, I don't know, maybe this is just me here, and maybe I'm just wrong, but what's really crazy is how he looks, but he's an invoker. And obviously that doesn't mean he isn't going to be an offensive hero, but to me, as someone who looks at this guy, I would expect him with all these, you know, especially like Wolverine claws and stuff, and how he looks like this absolute menace to society here, the emissary of souls. Like, I'd expect him to be killing people and taking their soul, and obviously being the emissary. And there we go, choppy chop. You know what I mean? So I wonder what this Invoker Eternal unit's going to do. Is he going to be boosting attack? Is he going to be boosting damage? And then he still has a really powerful damaging ability too? Maybe, because if he does that, I'm all for it. So it's really interesting. Like the fact that, as you've noticed through a lot of these models, it feels like the class, the alignments and stuff all kind of fit to what we are seeing. Like visually, you can kind of go, yeah, that guy could be a tank. You know, that guy, yeah, could be a brawler, right? That guy easily is a slayer. But I think this is the first time I think I've been caught out where he's not what I expect. So maybe he's going to be really strong. Who knows, right? So it's going to be interesting to see in the future when early access comes out what these skills are going to be for this hero.
Honestly, we've also got Mezu.
I love Mezu.
Originally was going to be a rare, by the way, but when you look at something, you're like, there's no way that could be a rare. It literally looks like a legendary. So yeah, Mezu is in my kind of like top 30 list.
Yeah, Mezu and Gozu, right? Both of them looked good. And the thing with Mezu that's really good is his weapon. That weapon on the side is amazing. And just to kind of follow up, since you guys, we did talk about Mezu in the other video. If you haven't, check it out. It's really good. Obviously, live reaction like we've done today of the kind of similar stuff, but on Hell Hades' channel that he uploaded. He's a tank eternal unit though. So another tank, so it's going to be interesting to see what he does. He's giving me obviously Burny vibes, so maybe he can dispel burn, or if he is, you know, on fire, you know, he's going to get some sort of buffs. Who knows? Who knows? Who knows? I don't want to spoil anything because maybe we all right here.
We also got someone who perhaps...
Oh, wow, it's Nisa!
Again, kind of unique here.
Yeah, I like this. This is... spot on. I'm sorry.
There'll be VFX that's going to be added to this dude, but
bro, he could be a is he a legendary or is he an epic? He's an epic. Oh my god. Oh my god. This looks like a legendary hero too, though. Look how good he looks, man. The wheels. I'm just saying, the skates on this man. He's literally gone to Pimp My Ride and got the pearlescent rims on, dude. Look how good they look. Normally when you see Nizars, they've got these gold rings that they're always on. It's like, yeah, okay, cool, whatever. You know, we know what you look like. But this one's a lot more flashier. I am surprised he's epic.
Kind of unique here. There'll be VFX that's going to be added to this.
And his visual effects going to be added. Oh my god.
Dude, but again, looks really
he looks so sweet. Oh my, I love it. I love it. Yes, like the belt design going in, wrapping around, the tattoos coming up. My guy honestly gives me those Illidan vibes. Like, this guy is a menace to society. He's coming. He's going to kick your ass. Get ready.
Very, very cool.
And before we move on, Brawler and Eternal. So he's going to be scaling off HP as well, which is going to be interesting. Eternal unit, so obviously no real bad matchup. So definitely going to be a hero I'm going to be keeping an eye out for and see what his abilities are going to be doing. So let's see what the next hero on this is. We're getting through it. We're getting through it.
I don't know if everyone's done it because I guess by design, relatively.
Right, I don't know what he's about to say, but I'm going to try and guess it now. How is... Don't get me wrong. Let me just go frame by frame on this hero. Don't get me wrong, she's very detailed. The feathering, the clothing, even the face. Like, her face work is so good. And the hair, magnificent, right? Absolutely magnificent. Yeah, she's a beauty. Like, she is a beauty. But how are we comparing it to this man?
On the armor and the body.
Like, how are we comparing it? There's no... Listen, Simon, I don't know if this needs to be an executive decision, but Nizar needs to go into the rightful category of legendary, dude. Like, this, whoever modeled this one, like Ryujin, went to town on it. So I hope these legendary slots are better than these guys, because if they're not, I'm going to be sketchy. I'm going to be sketchy, especially when these guys getting animations too. Like, let's see what he says with Denessa, I think her name was.
I don't know if everyone's
no, Divana. Divana.
It's by design relatively simple, but I just think she's modeled so well. Her hair looks really great. The furs look really great.
It's the difference. I guess the difference is, especially if you're comparing it to Nizar to Divana, it's like Nizar really was like the, really flashy, exaggerated. It's kind of like when you want to see, the Wukongs, right? And how they look. You kind of want that. And I think because of that style, it grabs more of the spotlight. While when you look at this hero, she's not flashy. She's not exaggerant. She's wearing literally a brown gown, right? But it's the amount of like actual modeling that's been put in, especially in like I say, facial features have been a lot more pushed on this. Even her hair, the way even like this braid, like look how much this hair is. Like if you look where my mouse is, there's a braid there, and that braid comes down here too and around, and then here comes. So you can see like they've put a lot more work in different areas of this model, especially even on the bow, right? You can see like even there's little right on the tip of my mouse, and if I move it way now, you should be able to see it if you keep your eye focused there. There's little strands, even of like, I wouldn't say, string, but there's little, what I mean, the little strands of fibers that's coming off the bow there. So
just the pose, the vibe.
It's a different model, and you can see the amount of detail and attention that needed to be and work that really does need to get put into this one. But I don't know, Nizar's design. I think it's just the design of him being. It's so crazy to compare. Right, so now we're getting into his legendaries. Let's see and if we can compare. So I'm just going to say right now, if I see one legendary that doesn't look as good as these are, we have to trade suits. I'm sorry, we're trading suits. You are dropping down to epic, and Nizar's going up to legendary because he's the rebel and you're not. Let's see.
So on to the legendaries then. I've shown off a fair few of the legendaries now, so you might get some duplication here of what you've seen before, but I've got to call out Thor. I think
such a good design.
Just hits the vibe.
Therefore, is arguably, I think, one of, and I mean this, one of the best Thor designs I have ever seen. I mean that.
I think he looks freaking awesome.
It is absolutely insane. Like, look how good this looks. This is frame by frame we're going, by the way. Look how good this looks. Obviously, look at that. Jumps, throws Mjolnir in the air like it's a little, little toothpick, picks it up. We saw this yesterday. Get ready for his idol launch because he's going to yeet this across the entire world. But look how good this model is. Like, look at that. Just stop it even there. Like, look at how good and magnificent this beard looks. Bro, I'm falling in love. I'm sorry. Look at that, man.
Mjolnir here, which is massive, and
behave.
Popping off it before long, so will he on his own.
And his whole and the Galahorn thing, man, at the back. Oh.
I love the kind of like the dragon horn. Again, the lighting needs to be improved here, but yeah, I just think Thor.
Oh, bro, he's so good. Like, yeah, like literally, I think this is arguably one of the best Thor designs I've seen. Simple as, like, it's so good compared to any other game I've seen. All the other games kind of go for what you expect. But do you know what this kind of Thor really does remind me of? It reminds me of if you had the guys that designed the new God of War games and he actually went for a proper Thor like this, like, that's what I kind of get. I get that Kratos feel, but through this Thor. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, this feels like it should be the standard, which is crazy to say, but what a good hero, man. Jesus.
Thor is absolutely brilliant.
Oh, yes. Thank you. Thank you. Right, I'm gonna mute him for this one because Pazuzu here. Oh, and I do forget to mention before we move to because we was lost in the sauce. We got Thor as a strength based Slayer. So definitely in the right categories there. And he's in the order, so not too bad for that tower. But Pazuzu, Jesus, this hero is so sick. Like, the best. I've said it already in my last video, and I'm going to repeat it again. Whoever designed these wings has the best design out of any hero in the entire game. They honestly steal the spotlight, honestly, for me. They are so good. He's got all this nice jewelry. He's got this cool skulls. Yeah, he's got this really cool belt. Bro, look how good these wings look. Oh my. Look at that. It is magnificent. And then his weapon. Easily second coolest weapon in the game. So let's see what Simon says on him. And what's really cool, he is a disruptor and a strength hero. So he's going to be doing something out there. Maybe he's confusing. Maybe he's stunning, freezing. Who knows? He's disrupting the battlefield in some way. So it's going to be interesting to see what he does.
We've got Pazuzu.
Oh.
Watched a video from MrSneakyy the other day.
Oh, yeah. He shouts me out. Hey, I love it. Thank you, Simon.
We've got Pazuzu. I did watch a video from MrSneakyy the other day, and he was like just saying how much he loved the wings of this dude. But yeah, just generally, the whole vibe,
that's so funny.
Just amazing, honestly. I just think
it's like he knew. It's like he knew I was about to react to it and then go back, and then he's like, hey, I've got him here. Oh, thank you, dude. Thank you very much. That was so good. That's so funny. It's so true, though. Like, the wings, man. Like, it could be a Godforge meme. I'm there. Everyone's loving everything, and it's just me. Like, but have you seen Pazuzu wings, though? Like, it is the new meme for me. Like, it's so goddamn good.
The design is absolutely brilliant. I love it. Absolutely love it.
It's beautiful. And do you know what's even crazy? I just seen it too. So obviously now, let me kind of go back. So obviously, I really want to give more love to Pazuzu. Let me just showcase why this is one of my favorite heroes too in this whole shebang, right? So when we are looking at this hero, like, look at everything actually now, apart from his wings, right? His muscles on his shoulders are huge, and he looks menacing, right? He's got this animation. I don't know if you notice it, but I'm going to play it frame by frame, and you will see it, how this, like, drool comes out, and it just adds that little bit of character to him with the glowing eyes that does scream, I'm about to rip your head off. I'm just saying, right? And when you start to see this, look, play out, it just all comes together. Like, even, like, look how good the wings are, but look how good, like, these muscles, the texture on the, especially on, like, the shoulders, you can see the fur coming through, while the muscle here is more exaggerated because there's less fur. Like, you can see the thought process on it. You can even see, like, the strands of fur they've got even on the more forearm area on it. So there's a lot of decision making. Let me just mute him. And there's a lot of decision making involved. And then you go on to the next layer, because then there's all these tattoos that we've got on him. Like, look how good he looks, guys. Come on. Look, watch his eyes. Like, I'm just going to say, like, watch his eyes. I'm going to play it frame by frame. Watch the eyes, because they animate too. They're not static. They're not static eyes. Look at that. They've got like this red little, it feels like this red little movement in. Oh God. Oh, even the tail. Oh, I didn't even realize the tail, the scorpion tail. Yeah, no, I think he's up there. He's up there. He might be, do you know what? Ryujin number 1. I think Pazuzu is number 2. Gogmagog's number 3. Definitely has to be number 3. Because, and 4 is in his own category. We'll just put it that way. Oh, he's so good.
The whole design is absolutely brilliant. I love it. Absolutely love it. We've got one of our OGs, King Arthur, who's
King Arthur.
A bunch of changes over time, but
I like his shield. I hope he says the same thing. I like the fact with their shield that they've done here. It sounds stupid, but it really feels like a fortified castle. And I hope that is the way they were intending it to feel. Because let me just explain this. They've got a normal square shield. This is what we would consider as normal square shield in combat. And then anyway, we're going to stick on these stone walls to make it appear to be like a watchtower, which is fantastic. But then we've even got these massive iron bars on the front, which is normally the gate to the castle. And then you've got the stone tablets in the background with the Avalon faction at the bottom.
Of this massive, oversized.
Look at him. Like, I hope that is the direction they've gone for. If it is, 10 out of 10, nailed it.
Tower shield, I've always loved it. We've now got Excalibur, which I think has got a bit more sort of flavor to it than most games.
Yeah, and that's one thing I mentioned too, and I'm glad he's actually addressing that, because I did wonder about that in my last video, and he's actually saying it too. The fact that their Excalibur is very extravagant. Like, when you normally look at Excaliburs, they look very flat and straight and honestly holy, as you can imagine. But I'm going to be honest, this, if you can imagine, feels a lot more demonic. It's a lot more flair. It's got curves. It's a bit va-va-voom, you know, right? Compared to what you normally see in like Disney movies and animation and even just like anime. Like, you don't see Excalibur ever really not going away from a very simple straight cross symbol, because it's supposed to be the holy sword, right? So I love the fact that he addressed it and said, look, yeah, we're going for this a little bit more flair to it. And he still has like the holy cross on the hilt, which is really interesting. And yeah, I like King Arthur. He's got a good design. Little lion heart on the front. And those runes. Do you know what those runes remind me of too? This is going to be a throwback to those guys who've played. It's going to honestly feels like the Lich King. Like, it feels like you got the Lich King from World of Warcraft 3, right? World of Warcraft 3, but yeah. Wrath of the Lich King, right? All the way through here. And with that, like, little tip. Like, this is going to take your soul, and you're going to become part of the Lich army. So I hope if they bring a Lich King out, a proper Lich King in the future, they take this, because this is perfect for it.
Stick feel. The cloak is just so damn good. Yeah, so King Arthur's on my list. Grendel's a new addition, honestly.
I like Grendel.
His arm is just so amazingly good. This kind of like flesh and bone. He's got his sack of body parts and basically like
he's taking them to the trash heap, you know. This is Grendel's cleanup, you know. When we've used Grendel in the right areas, he's coming back after a hard day of auto farming, and he's like, you know what, boss, I think I've done a good job. And we all look at him like, yes, you have. One thing I will say, which again, this kind of like, hopefully, I don't know if he's going to zoom in, but that arm really is the model here. And what I mean by that is like how much they've put into it. Like, there's this little eye. I don't know if you noticed it, but this little eye,
oozing.
Look at it. It's got its own little movement. It does feel like it's alive. And then you've got these skulls there, and these. It's almost like a Tyranid arm. Right? If you've played the Nids in Warhammer, like or even Chaos, like these of the, I forgot what they're called, the putreds and stuff. Like, I like it. I like Grendel's design. We saw this before as well. Really cool design, honestly.
Just really cool design. Seriously, it might even be my favorite of all heroes, honestly.
He's cool. I like him. He is cool.
For quality, in my opinion. Just so damn good. Again, you've probably seen the Ida Breaker before now because I've shown it a few times, but it's just so like, I don't know, it's just full of character. It's full of, like, it's brilliant. Absolutely.
Yeah, it is. I will say, Sizzling holds so far of all the idol animations we've seen, the most fun one, right? I think he's got the most fun one. Thor's got the most badass one, where it's just woof, flings it across the entire planet, and then he just waits for it, and he's like, boom. That's just clean.
Brilliant. We got one of my favorites from the
Ooh, Heimdall.
Really works now in this kind of like.
Look how much better he looks.
Just a lot of detail. So I think.
Yeah, he's got so much detail compared to like how he were. Don't get me wrong, he had detail before, but look, like even the plasma now, the plasma in his sword doesn't look like a blue gem. It actually looks like a plasma energy.
This is one of Nico's designs, if I remember right.
Nico, you are honestly a monster. You are such a monster at designing.
But yeah, we've got this kind of like emanating jewel here. Just amazing what a difference just a little bit of VFX.
Even like the little Asgardian little buttons to keep the, you know, the overgarment of his cape there. Like, there's just these little things that you can spot. And it's one of them things, the more you kind of pause, the more you look and just check, you see something new every time. It is just like, wow.
And then he does his Ida Breaker here as he's calling the Bifrost in.
That is so cool.
Who else have we got? Medusa. I just think Medusa, when we first did a...
Really good choice.
So different from this. And I really love the direction we've gone. In the end, just feels so damn good. Like, you almost don't see how detailed this bow is because of how much that's going on up here. Like,
I know what you're saying, Simon, but don't you worry, buddy. That's what I'm here for. So, let's have a look. She has an insanely powerful nice bow, right? So what he's trying to showcase is like, look at basically the top side. It's literally the jaws of the vipers, right? The constrictors or snakes, right? It's all the snakes, and even like these bits are snakes, right? It's all snake. Everything is snake, which is really cool. And you don't get to see that because, as he's saying, the snakes do take the spotlight. They look so real, especially the flesh of the inner mouth. This little flesh work in here is scary, how good that looks. As someone who has seen pythons stretched and yawn, which is absolutely terrifying to see for the first time, but they've nailed it. And I think he says in a previous video, especially to do with Medusa here, with those snakes, that I think they are planning on giving them some animation just to give them that a little bit of life, because as you can see at the moment, they have actually finalized the model of them and they've put them on her, but they're obviously static, so they don't really move at the moment. So wherever you turn your camera, it's kind of how it is. But I think they said they're gonna just give them a little bit of sway, a little bit of swag, you know, a little bit of idle movement, which is all you need, and it does just make everything come alive. So it's gonna be interesting to see that final one, and especially hopefully he moves away from the holy booba. That is Medusa.
Which is actually amazing. It's like such a well-modeled weapon.
What's cool as well, just before we go on, because he mentions the bow too, is the scales, right? The scales going from gold to green, how the light captures them too. The underbelly too. So it is actually really clever what they've done, because what they've gone for is how snakes are, right? Snakes have the little scale pellet all the way across, but the underbelly of the snake is how you see there. It's all ribbed, horizontal ribbed across muscle. It's not the same kind of scale that you see here. It's just a different type of scaling of, like, I think it's cartilage or something they have there. But yeah, it's really good how they've designed it. They've really taken consideration the anatomy of a snake and put it on the weapon. So like, it doesn't sound like much, but it really does for, like, again, those people that, like, you can see up here how the snakes have it, right? And how they look. The bulls have it too. And it just adds it all up. It's like, you know, matching together. It's not coming and doing its own thing.
So yeah, Medusa's in the mix.
Really cool.
We've got Lamash too, who
holy booba,
is an absolute beast.
Yeah, he does look cool.
I can't wait for the VFX to come on this.
I'm going to be honest with you though. He does look an absolute beast, and I can't wait to see what the visual effects on him look like. But I actually do think this might be the one character that I would rather have Nizar over. I'm going to be honest. Like, Nizar over this guy.
Partners in crime
I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Everyone can have their opinion, but I'm saying, like...
It's going to be interesting to see how that plays out. But yeah, we've got Lamash 2. Lilith makes...
You've seen Lilith as well.
Pretty chilly.
She's really cool.
And seductive, but damn.
What I like about the Lilith design here, which people should notice now, especially when we do it, there's a really good emphasis on the tails of Lilith, right? Being this insane, like, dragon queen that's super omega powerful. And what they've done is seal her power is to not allow her to spread her wings. And that, I think, is very clever. I don't know if anyone else is going to pick up on that. Hopefully they do. But I love that. And the fact that you can see literally this is kind of like parchment paper, as they would do, with some sort of wax seal to keep it all together on both of her wings, to contain the power of Lilith. So who knows? Maybe there might be a really cool future thing where maybe you get like Lilith unchained, and you know, we get the story and this ribbon snaps and we get to see a new hero, or you can evolve potentially your Lilith from this Lilith to the next one because of the story progression. Who knows, right? It'd be really interesting to see what they do with the design of the game. Obviously the paths they can take, but I really like the design.
Such an interesting model.
She's so good.
Really, really cool. So we've got 3 more to call out. Baba Yaga, she's actually not rigged up yet. She's going to be rigged kind of late.
I think Baba Yaga is up there too. I think she's a really cool looking. I can't wait for this fully to be rigged up. I think Baba Yaga, by the way, might be one of my most anticipated heroes to see in game.
Rigging. She's going to be inside her little kind of like chicken cage, but and then she's going to have these kind of like skulls floating around her.
Yeah, that's why I'm waiting for. If you don't know, we've known Baba Yaga for a long time. That's why I'm not as hyped compared to some of the other heroes we've seen and gods so far in this top 30 list from Simon. Again, thank you, Simon, for providing all of these models for us all to enjoy while we wait for the early access. But this is the one I've been waiting for, to see how this little chicken hut and herself is gonna kind of look together with these floating skulls all going around. I think she's gonna be an absolutely badass looking hero when you get this all together and it all comes to one piece.
Damn, so unique.
Because look at, like, literally, like, you see like the roots and like forestry coming out of the basket, and then the chicken legs coming out, right? The little weird. It just looks really good, and she has this really typical, almost like, I'm trying to think of the witch that's in like Majora's Mask, but you get what I'm saying? Like they've got this very traditional looking Baba Yaga hair, and I actually wanted them to do it, and it looks great. Like, so nailed it.
Really amazing. We've got one which a lot of people have been calling out recently from my recent video, which is Horus.
So I'm guessing this is what they mean by someone who's fully polished with visual effects, because when you look at all the other heroes and we pause it, especially in this frame, you can see it's almost like this radiance vibrant, right? It's like vibration coming off his weapon. So if we play it,
just feels like
look at it. It comes across his whole staff as well. His eyes have this glow. So I'm assuming this is the effects that they're talking about that the other heroes don't have. You can even see it especially on his chest now. So if we watch it again, right on his chest there, look. That chest is animated. That whole chest is moving right now. Don't know if you guys go back. We can go back and just, you know, frame by frame it. So if you keep watching, this chest is going to start showing the energy, you know, pouring out of Horus here. There it goes. So you can see it now coming through. And here it is. Wow. Massive symbol. And this is obviously the energy coming out because he's, you know, his wings are spread here. And then it keeps, look at that. This little star animation they've got rolling onto the you know, six-pack of Horus. Really good. So if these are the visual effects that we're missing on these other heroes, I'm excited to see what they're going to look like. And I think many people are, because if it's these little now, you know, finishing touches that really does add that final polish that everyone's been grasping at, especially with Horus. Horus looks amazing. I can't knock him.
Just little bits of VFX, just kind of like really making him pop. But yeah, he looks strong. He looks cool. Okay, I've got Oda, because he's so damn like, oh man, the texture.
Oda Nobunaga.
The lighting.
Love him.
Everything just making him look absolutely amazing.
One of the coolest idol animations.
That's going on here with his...
And what's good as well is just all of the detail. Like this, I think, is one of the most detailed heroes just because of the amount of armor that's on him. You can see, like, even when you just look at just the helmet alone, like, look at all these little dot patchwork patterns. So they got to think of that texture, triple up the texture there. They've got a different texture for this part here. Then that all connects into this, which is a different texture. This is a different, like, there's so much in just this one piece. And then you got all of the shoulders, all of the undergarments. You got the rope that's like, you know, the string, these purple string holding it together. You got the ribbon belt. You got the rope belt. Like, yeah. He is one of the most detailed characters, I think, out of the lot. And I still wonder about this. I wonder if Simon tells us about the scimitar here. The choice of having that sword like that. So I'm going to listen.
Like, oh man, the textures, the color, the lighting, everything just making him look absolutely amazing. But even some of the cloth sim that's going on here with his, it's kind of like little drape piece, whatever you would call this. Not sure what you call this. It's not really a cloak, is it? But anyway, it's really, really awesome. Like, the work here is, again, it's up there like top 2 or 3 for me for all heroes in the game.
Yeah, he's really good.
And then my last one,
he doesn't. I do wonder why they did that though. That's the only thing I have. I want to just ask the designer why. What made you just add this on? Just that one little bit of serration edge right at the bottom and let it go back to a traditional katana. Is it just because of how horny, if you want to say it, the look is? Hey, behave.
On my list, but it's hard to choose. I've got to say on legendaries, but Velez.
Okay, yeah, he's up there.
On the floor. He's got this kind of like bear crown, or you know. He's got a lot going on. He's got a massive old beard.
Yeah, he's got this bear headwear, as I would call it. Like, it's very druid, right? Very druidic, as people would say. And if that's the aim they've gone for, they've nailed it. Absolutely nailed it. Yep.
Kind of like Celtic.
And it does, do you know what it even feels like too, if people have probably played it, and maybe the guys in the dev team have been playing it too, it's like, it honestly gives me, especially the bear, it really gives me like Diablo, like the new Diablo druid vibes on how their bear looks, where it's really wide and big and not like, you know, what most people go for bears, let's just be honest. So I actually like this, and even like, I don't know too much, honestly, about this character, I'll be honest, in terms of lore. We've known about him in the content career, like embargoes in the past and stuff. But it's just the amount of, again, like there's little like bells, this little, you know, tree or shrubbery that's on this giant vine staff. And whatever this symbol is, like, there's so much little details in this. And I can imagine with that, you know, animation on top, that visual effects that something like Horus has, it's gonna just pop.
See this kind of like extra coolness to his forearms here, the armory that he's wearing. But yeah, that's gonna do it for me. As I say,
it's the last one. No, I want 20 more. But let's just go back through a couple of them, just because I know I'm enjoying these so much that I haven't mentioned some of the other attributes for them. So I do want to go back through and just say, as we know, tank strength for King Arthur. Going to be interesting. We know he's going to be a super tank, hopefully, for our formations. We got Slayer and strength for Sizzin there, which is really cool. Again, really powerful hero. I reckon that's going to be in the game. I think that's why maybe it's Hades, maybe number 1. Maybe Hades is hinting, hey, this guy's pretty good. Oh, what's interesting though, he's got only 35 and 30 resistance, so maybe he doesn't rely on any sort of, you know, apply this debuff and then do damage, which could be really cool if he doesn't, and he just does flat, just bang, he just hits hard like a truck. Really interesting to see that. When it comes to Heimdall, we know what Heimdall is. Medusa, the Slayer and Cutting, we know what she is. But hopefully does maybe bonus damage to stunned unit or one of the types of debuffs in the game would be really cool. And then Lamash, Lamash 2, as he's called. Booba Boy. Slayer as well. So, ooh, it's going to be interesting if he's a Slayer too. I wonder what he does. He's going to do some decent work. And the thing is, though, he's got 2 sides, so maybe that's kind of what is it hinting what he does. Maybe one of these does better damage to ice, one does better damage to fire, like burnt targets or bleed targets. This is like frozen targets. Maybe. And you got to think that's what you're going to get from, obviously, you know, just their models for first glance. Lilith is going to be a disruptor and cunning, so really cool to see what she's going to bring to the table in forms of crowd control or disrupting, as they say, the enemy teams, maybe buffs, debuffs, you know, getting rid of them. Who knows what she is going to do? She could steal them, spread stuff, anything can be happening. Baba Yaga, though, was a tank. I didn't know that. That's the only thing I didn't realize. Baba Yaga is a tank and cunning, so ooh, that's going to be interesting. If she's a tank, I wonder what she's going to do. And do these skulls, as he's trying to like say that's going to be animated, have something to do with the abilities? Like, you know, maybe as you're doing damage, these skulls get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and when you're on 5, you do more damage because you've got 5 stacks, or you're even more tankier because you've got 5 stacks. Who knows? Who knows on that? But interesting to see that she is a tank for us. We know Horus is a tank from Alpha. Order, Brawler, and Eternal. So going to be 2 really good matchups there. People really do like their Brawlers, I'll be honest, in Alpha. And Eternal units, really good. Obviously, I have, again, Jack of all trades, Master of none. They don't have any real weaknesses. So that's always good. And then to finish up was Velez, which we do know as well from prior as well, Brawler and Eternal. So with that, we've gone through all of the 30 videos. Hope you guys enjoyed my commentary and first reactions at looking at all of these 30 heroes, and obviously giving my little tips and tricks or advice from when we obviously played Alpha with some of them, and with the new ones. Let's just be honest, they look absolutely epic. So can't wait to see, obviously, more Godforge content coming out from the Fateless channel. Make sure you are subscribed to the official Fateless channel to get even more updates as soon as they obviously drop. And you can subscribe to me if you like the banter. Enjoy the little vibe we've got here while we wait for early access to start. So until the next video, guys, smash like, comment, and subscribe. Until then, stay safe, stay sneaky. Peace out.